Well, howdy, everybody. Today we're going to talk about a few things. It's outdoors related. It'd be kind of like a camp meal, easy camp meal. But I want to show you something first. Um, if you look at some of these items here, I have foraged basically just free natural resources from the recreation area. I'm not really at a true campground. It's a day use area only. This is called Guest Lake Campground. So I'm going to get in front of the camera for a second, talk to you about a couple things, a couple cool ideas. It's not like reinventing the wheel, but it can help you possibly. All right. So, welcome back. Uh, they have some ground fire rings here. There's four, five, six, like six pavilions here at this area. So, I want to show you something really, really cool that I discovered today. And I want to mention it now before I forget. But do you see this little handicap symbol? I have seen these cooking stations in the past. I never realized these were for the handicapped people in wheelchairs. I love that concept. It's beautiful. I love these pivoting grates. It's super smart. It's very it's a better method than what they have with the ground rings where it's all rusted and you try and level them. This is really cool. I like this. So, with that being said, I wanted to do a video today outdoors with as much natural resources as I could gather. So, what I have done is the fire pit there had some leftover charcoal, some debris. Um, there was some bark. You can see the bark here from some of the trees that have fell on the ground. There's little twigs I picked up off the ground. None of these I have taken off a live existing tree. It's all dry and brittle. Some more um, charred lumber from the fire ring. And then my biggest desire was to find some moss. I was trying to look for that hanging moss and couldn't find it. And then I happened to look down and there was a bundle of this natural moss. So what I'm going to try and do right now is ignite it. Everything I have with me today is pretty much all natural, other than like the fire stick, the ferro rod, whatever you want to call it. But I have the next best thing. I always carry matches with a strike plate in there. So we're going to try and get this ignited. Bear with me. I got to hopefully hopefully I find the strike plate. You know what? We may not even need the strike plate. We're going to try something. I'm going to try and do it where you can see it. All right, that's moist. That's not going to work. All right. I sworn there was a fire strike plate. Yeah, there it is. All right. I could have prepped this, but I like to do things live and on the fly. I know my head's probably cut off. All right, so I'm going to dump these out. All right. Yeah, this is not how I expected, but all right. So here's the little strike plate. We have fire. We're going to see how that works out. I'm going to put the matches back in the canister, let you guys watch it start its process, and then we're going to talk about this meal. I wish that had gone a little smoother, but hey, it is what it is, right? about 94 degrees today. That's not a good thing, especially when you're cooking next to heat. But we're going to hopefully show you a couple things that could be useful for you in the future. I love the outdoors. That's my tranquility zone. I know I'm probably still off camera. I'm shoving these matches back in. Matter of fact, I might keep a couple out. If you blow on it a little bit, it gives it a little bit of source of oxygen, which helps the ignition process. I'm not an expert by any means, but I've learned a few things along the way in life, the road of life. The one bad thing about the bark, it will create smoke, but it's so dry and brittle, I couldn't pass it up. So I needed that as an ignition source, an aid to be an ignition source. Okay, the one thing I wanted to do, and I probably still could do, but I'm going to pass on it, is I think I have enough charred wood over there, but I had some hickory chips. I have some hickory in my van, so we're going to try and keep this. That moss may have been a little moist. We have had a lot of rain, so hopefully some of this charred wood is going to ignite. Then I'm going to talk to you about this easy meal. I'm going to leave a couple matches out and the strike plate. But yeah, I thought that little symbolism was really cool. I'm sure the handicapped people have struggles everywhere they go. This was really thoughtful. If this has been a thing for a while, I'm sorry I did not notice it sooner, but I wanted to share. We've had a lot of rain, so there is a little moisture on some of this stuff. I feel like that piece is starting to get going. But yeah, it's definitely getting to going. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I'm going to talk to you about today's sponsor, Man on the Go. So this is a really cool system. It's high quality. Man on the Go. It has 12 products, all kinds of stuff. Man on the Go. And if I get attacked by bees, I'm going to be a man on the go. But thank you, Man on the Go. They're the unofficial sponsor of today's video. Also, the other sponsor is Deep Woods Off. So probably won't need the off where I am right now because I have so much smoke you probably can't even see me. I might need to call the fire department. But anyway, these are today's sponsors. But let me get this fired up here real quick. Fired up, literally. I thought this was going to be easier, to be honest with you. But this is the real show. This is a real gig. So we're just going to concentrate on just getting this fire ignited. But trying to forage all natural resources. All right, so basically what I want to try and do if I ever get this thing fully ignited, fully lit, showing some signs of hope. LB is probably laughing her butt off at me, saying, G-Money, you're such a damn rookie. And you know what? She's right, but I'm trying. You learn by practical trial and error. We've got the trial and the error showing right now. Hopefully we can find a remedy. Sometimes outdoors is not easy. It's not the Ritz-Carlton. Starting to see some ignition, which is really good, really promising. I realize I don't have enough going on right now. Once I get a good ignition, I'm going to go try and rob from this little fire pit. There's some bigger pieces there. I might have to snap one off with my foot, but I think we're getting there. And then I'm going to tell you about the recipe. Hang tight, watch the flames, call the fire department if you have to. All right. So I think we're okay now for a little bit. May need to push that over just a tad. That may get it going. So today, the concept for today's meal is quick and easy. Quick and easy. So I have a trusty can opener. I also have a P38 type Coleman type manual can opener. I was going to demonstrate that. Then I realized my red beans and rice has a pop top. How lucky am I today? Woo, it's smoke. I'm smoking today. So what I'm going to do is, the other part of the recipe is cocktail smokies. And they're smokies, as you can see. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain this has a little spiciness to it. It's not real severe for most people, but I have a little more sensitive digestive system. I know my mentor said I should not mention that, but it's relevant. You're going to see it's a plain and basic meal. So I'm going to drain this off camera for a second. I'll be right back. All right, the pop top is off. What I'm going to do first is I have 2 bottles of water here. I'm only going to use a little bit in the bottom of this pan. I'm going to show you here in 1 second. Just put a little bit of water in the bottom of the pan. I have my little smokies and I have my little scissors. I'm going to try and drain off any, probably need to cut that a little bit better. Going to drain off any juices out of this. All right. So today's recipe is definitely very basic, very primitive, very easy. It's what I call gut filler. It will have some flavor. It's going to be good. Probably more smokies than I need. But now that we have the heat going, make sure this I got to double check the fire here, folks. Sorry. All right, trying to keep it soaked. So a lot of that initial stuff was barky, and that's why we're getting so much smoke. But it's helping to start it all going. I'm gonna get one more little utensil. I'll be right back. Keep an eye on it. Call me if it gets out of control. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm not 100% prepared. Still trying to get it organized. The wind's swirling a little bit, but I do have a plastic ladle type deal in the van somewhere. It's just I couldn't locate it, so I'm just going to go with the regular spoon. Going to keep this stirred up. Try and keep it going on. So my original concept for this meal was to get some Hillshire Polska kielbasa and cut it up. But I'm trying to be frugal, as many people are on camping. So I said, you know what? This has been on my mind for a while. I prefer the kielbasa flavor better, but this is going to be good. I do believe you could get more flavor out of this content if you cut them in half. It would allow more seasoning and stuff to get into the recipe. We're going really basic. We're going to keep it simple, stupid. Not calling you stupid, but that's the concept. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. So we're going to try and do that. Take a look at the fire. Then we're going to be adding the red beans and rice. In case I have not mentioned, I do have 2 bottles of water here. One I barely used. I also have a cooler over there that has a lot of melted ice in it. In case this got out of control, I could control it real quickly, extinguish it. So I try to always exercise caution. Adult snack time. So one thing that was happened today, I've been wanting to do a video basically about remedy for ticks, and I was prepping, doing some things, and I looked down and there was a tick crawling on my leg. I went and got a little Ziploc bag from my van. I tried to flick it into the little plastic baggie. I figured this would be a great opportunity to show a way to assist in tick removal safely. And I put it in the bag, I zipped it, and then a few minutes later I realized the bag didn't like snap into it, and the tick released from the bag. So I'm going to have to be subject to Lyme disease another day for you guys. Let me try and get this. It's going to be a long, long afternoon at this rate, right? I got some more twigs. Let me grab them real quick. All right, those have a little bit of bark on it. It's going to continue the smoke. I'm kind of okay with that because the bugs are starting to get on my nerves. But I do need to get this, get some temperature up here. I was trying not to use any paper I had in my van. Trying to use all natural resources with the exception of the matches. I'm working on getting that fire starter, the ferro rod, whatever it's called. Just haven't gotten there yet. I want to do some practicing on that and also sharpening tools with the sharpening stone. I think we're getting somewhere now. I was going to say we're cooking with gas, but we're cooking with forage lumber. If you blow on it too much, sometimes you blow it out. So, all right, we're getting somewhere. So I'm gonna let it go for another minute or two, trying to let it slowly heat up. I'm trying to rush this process along, which is not great, but we're going to gradually throw in some of the beans and rice. I really like the rice. The beans are good. The seasoning, little suspect for me, but I know it's not going to be a problem for other people. You could add different seasonings. One I like to use is Old Bay seasoning. So we're going to just try and stir this up. What the hell? We're going to throw it all in there. All right. What I'm going to do right now is I have a trash can right here. I'm going to dispose of these real quickly. I'll be right back. What I like to do when I'm doing a lot of cooking like this, I love a lot of the grocery stores. You can buy a frozen seasoning mix. It has onions, celery, green peppers, red peppers, and it's real simple and easy. It's already done all the legwork for you, the chopping, whatnot. Some of the boaters are pulling out of their boats out of this boat ramp, but so I like doing that. It makes it easy. You don't have to chop it all up. It makes it easy, and just it's for $2 you can't go wrong. I know a lot of people prefer to use the fresh, but trust me, it's once it's thawed out, you drain it. It's good to go. Let me try and get this heat a little better managed. Move this side seems to be igniting a little bit better. So, like I said, I really love the kielbasa. It gives it a nice flavor. This may not be bad. It's probably not going to be as good, but it's still good. And it's very easy. It's like one of those Teflon coated pots, whatever. This was only $5 at Dollar Tree. Not everything at Dollar Tree is $1 anymore. It went from $1.25 to $3, $4, $5. Now it's all different price points. But yeah, so just quick, easy, simple gut grenade. That's what I'm after. And we're just chilling, waiting. It's not going as fast as I thought. What would you use? You know, I thought about using some fresh squash, zucchini, you know, making a big elaborate setup. But when you're by yourself, it's really hard. There's nobody to film. You got to do all the steps and phases. So that is the hurdle. I also have in the van, they're cut off 2x4s, different sizes, basically from 4-inch to 8-inch or bigger. And when I was doing some work at a client and they were getting some new fence work put in the back of their house, I saved some of those cutoffs. I figured I could use them for risers for the banquet table when the ground's not level, or I could use them to add to a fire when I'm trying to get it started. They were kind of a little bit on the green side, but once the fire gets going, it could really assist to it. Somebody told me it's illegal to do that. I don't know. A couple little chunks here and there. You know, I'm not going to sit there and inhale all the. I know those are treated and stuff like that, but just a little bit's not going to hurt you. I don't care what anybody says. Trust me, I'm healthy as a I'm healthy as a horse, an ox. But yeah, so we're out here trying to make a good video. Not going too well. I could be poking it, moving it, and everything. I'm really limited on the tools I have right now. Just I guess I could use. Well, now we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna leave it go. I guess I could use the scissors as a poker. These were a dollar store purchase. Like, camping and outdoor adventures can get expensive, but you can also do it on the cheap and the lowdown. Exactly what this meal represents today. So basically, my total investment was about $3.50 for the little smokies, less than $2 for the cans of red beans and rice. I think it was like $1.75. This was $5 plus tax, so we're right around $10, maybe a little over. And this would probably serve a few people. But I will tell you that the red beans and rice by itself are really good. So if I can get this these little smokies heated up to my self-satisfaction, it's going to be a good meal. And the one thing I noticed about this type of grill, the grate stays at one level, which is, it's good and bad. You can't get it lower to the flame, so you have to have a pretty good fire. But I do like how it pivots. That's really cool. I love the handicap accessible symbolism. Excuse me. So that's what we're trying to do today. Just get out to nature, trying to soothe my soul, soothe my belly, and quench my thirst. So this is in Hope, Florida. This is Guest Lake Boat Ramp. I love this area. It's funny, when I first discovered this place, it seemed to me like the unknown. There's been probably a dozen trucks and boat trailers here today. And at this location, when I did a video here, I was the second person on YouTube to create a video from this location. And the first one was Okaloosa County. It was their tourism bureau or whatever. They did a short video about showing some boat ramps in the area. And so their production was a little bit better. They had better equipment and tools, but I like this area. I really like it. It's really nice. I'm going to show you something real quick. I don't know if you can see that over there. Whoops. See that beam? That kind of leads to a trail. It looks like a hiking trail. I have not yet ventured up there. If you guys been watching any of my videos, I'm trying to set bait out for Bigfoot and Sasquatch. Some people feel it's the same critter. But I have some Jack Link's beef jerky. I think we can catch them here. We're just going to set a few on the trail, set the smaller ones from like Dollar Tree, leave the big reward over here. We're going to capture Bigfoot on film. You know, he's the reigning hide and seek champion of the world. We have a method, we have a system. Let me try that again. We have a method, we have a system, and we have the perfect opportunity out here in the forest. Blackwater River State Forest in Florida, Holt, Florida. So you get what's going on here. Probably don't need to watch much more. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of the throwdown. But for now, trying to give you some ideas, show you some cool things, hopefully give a little bit of an educational lesson on certain things, the little bit that I know, not a whole lot up here, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. Remember, folks, you can smoke out nature, but you can also soothe your soul. Stay tuned to part 2 when we're actually doing the throwdown. Y'all take care now.